Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I am Amjad Shahzad, your English teacher. Today, this is our third lecture. First lecture में मैंने आपको prose and poetry का difference बताया था. In the second lecture, we discussed the figures of speech. Today is a very important lecture. What is in it? Most of you may be knowing that the textbook has been changed by the federal board. New textbook has been introduced. So it is very important that you should know what is included in that book. What are the course contents of that book? So today my lecture will comprise of two parts. In the first part, I will briefly discuss the contents of your book, contents of your course, contents of your syllabus for English Part 1. And in the second part, we will discuss the paper pattern. Which portion of the book has got how much importance, how much proportion in the question paper that you have to solve in your final exams. So first of all, I will introduce you the book. This is the book. This is the new book that has been introduced by Federal Board. You can see it is written here, a textbook of English, grade 11, and it has been published by Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Textbook Board, Peshawar. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Textbook Board, Peshawar, English, grade 11. Please keep in mind that previously the book that was being used was also published by Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Textbook Board. Now, this is the revised edition. So first of all, I would suggest all of you to purchase this book so that you can see it and you can study it in your future classes. So, what is included in this book? What is there in this book? What are the course contents? You can see I have written here the topic of today's my lecture, new textbook. What are the course contents? What is the syllabus? The syllabus is distributed into 4 sections, 4 parts. This is what I have distributed. First portion is prose. This prose portion contains 6 short stories and 7 essays. 6 short stories and 7 essays. This book has been designed and edited in such a way that among these essays, short essays, there are different essays on different topics. One of them is a speech made by Quaid Muhammad Ali Jinnah. I have included that into this essay portion just to classify. And one more important thing among these essays, because story is something else, there is a lesson, there is a chapter in which a subject has been discussed in the shape of a letter. A subject has been discussed, a topic has been discussed in the shape of a letter. I have included that into this category. So there are 6 plus 7, 13 chapters, 13 units that comprise the prose portion of the book. Next comes the poetry. In the poetry section, there are 6 poems. There are 6 poems from very famous and popular poets. Then there is a play. There is one play. The last chapter, the last lesson of the book is play. So mainly the book consists of these 3 portions. Then comes the grammar. Grammar is also included in this textbook. What are the main topics of grammar that we will study in this book? You know, I can divide grammar into 2 parts. One is practical grammar, that we say functional English, and the other is the composition portion of the grammar, subjective portion of the grammar. So, what is included in grammar? Among the practical grammar, there is parts of speech, phrases, types of phrases, identification of phrases, identification of clauses, and sentence structure. This we will discuss in detail when we start studying grammar. Then phrasal verbs, then use of verb, then punctuation. After that, letter writing and application writing. How to write a letter, how to write an application. Please keep in mind, there is only formal letter that is included in the course, no informal letter. Formal letters and application. How to write an application, how to write a formal letter. Then there is a dialogue. How to write a dialogue. This is something new for you. CV, which is also called resume. CV or resume, that we'll discuss later on, but this is also included. What is CV? You can say in slang language, you can say it is a type of personal biodata. So, what is CV? How to write a CV? Then there is paragraph writing. How to write a short paragraph, a summarized paragraph on given topic. Keep in mind, this letter, application, dialogue, CV, paragraph, these are all unseen. There is no prescribed syllabus for these items. So, you will be asked to write a paragraph on a certain topic. Then, the last is translation. Translation from Urdu into English. You will be given a paragraph, not sentences. You will be given a paragraph in Urdu and you will be asked to translate that Urdu paragraph into English. So this is contents of your book, contents of your course. This is the syllabus that we have to study. Now, second portion of my today's lecture is the paper pattern. How has these topics of your syllabus been put into the paper? What is the distribution of marks and what proportion do each of these topics take in the paper? So, you know, English is a compulsory subject and total marks here are 100. You will have to take the exam of English for 100 marks. So, the paper has been divided into 3 sections. Section A, Section B and Section C. Section A comprises of question number 1, only one question that contains MCQs, multiple choice questions. How many of them? There will be 20 MCQs. Section A has 20 marks. MCQs 1 mark for each multiple choice question. So there will be 20 MCQs. You will be given 4 options and you will have to select one correct option. What is the distribution of these MCQs? Among the lessons, this portion, 6 stories and 7 essays, you will be tested for 8 items. 8 MCQs would be from essays and stories. Then come the points. 2 questions, 2 MCQs would be asked from your points. Then figures of speech. 1 question, 1 MCQ, multiple choice question will be asked from figures of speech. That I discussed in my last lecture. And then comes the play portion. There is only one play in your book and you will be asked 1 question from this play. Then comes the most important portion of your section A, grammar. In the grammar, you will be asked 8 questions. 8 multiple choice questions will be asked from grammatical portion. That grammatical portion, only this portion, parts of speech, phrases, clauses and sentence structure. These 8 items will be asked from these 4 segments. This is your section A. Now come to the section B. Section B has 40 marks. 40 marks. What is the distribution of these 40 marks? Question number 2. Question number 2 is from prose. What is stories and essays? Among these stories and essays, you will be asked 9 questions, short questions. You will be asked to answer these questions in 40 to 50 words each, and you will be asked 9 questions and you will answer 7 of them. So there is choice of 2 questions. You will answer 7 questions from 9. Each question has 4 marks. So that becomes 28. The major portion of your paper, subjective type of paper. Major portion consists of answering questions and answers from your prose portion. That comes points. Question number 3. Question number 3 has 2 parts, A and B. In the A part, from these 6 points, the examiner will take any one stanza. He will produce a stanza there and 3 questions will be asked pertaining to, related to that very stanza. You will be asked to give very short answers to those 3 questions, and each question has 2 marks. So 3 multiplied by 2, that becomes 6. B part of this question, question number 3, is long question from poem. You will be asked to answer one long question from the poems. These 6 poems. What can be that question? That can be summary of the poem. critical appreciation of the poem. That can be conceptual question from any of the poem. That can be any question. You will be asked to answer that question in 50 to 70 words each. That question will carry 6 marks. So you can see from this section, stories and essays, you are getting 28 marks paper. From the poetry section, you are getting 12 marks in your paper. Then comes section C. Section C, question number 4. Question number 4 in section C comprise of a question from play portion of your book. I told you there is one play in your book. You will be asked 2 questions from that play and you have the choice to give answer to any of those 2 questions. That is also your answer must comprise of at least 50 to 70 words. It carries 6 marks. Then question number 5. Question number 5. Now you can see up till here your textbook has finished. Now there is no question from your textbook. Question number 5. Now comes the grammatical portion. Section C also comprises of 40 marks. So question number 5 is from the grammar portion. Question number 5 has 3 parts, A, B and C. In the A part, you will be given 7 phrasal verbs and you will be asked to make sentences of these phrasal verbs. How much? 5 of them. How many? 5 of them. You will be asked to use 5 of the 7 phrasal verbs in your own sentences. This question carries 5 marks. Then part B. You will have 7 sentences with blanks in them and there will be a verb in the brackets and you will be asked to complete those sentences by using proper form of the verb. 5 out of 7. That question also carries 5 marks. Then comes punctuation. C portion, punctuation. Punctuation we will discuss in detail when we start the syllabus. There you will be given 2 lines, 3 lines paragraph and you will be asked to punctuate that paragraph. That question carries 4 marks. Now come to the subjective part, composition part of the grammar. Question number 6. In the question number 6, you will be asked to write an application or a formal letter. That will give you 8 marks. Question number 7. In question number 7, you will be given a choice. Either you will be asked to write a paragraph or you will have to translate an Urdu paragraph into English. There will be choice. You can attempt either of them. That will give you 6 marks. And question number 8, last but not the least, question number 8, you will be asked to write a CV or a dialogue. That will give you 6 marks. Now, my last point. Last point, you can see how much marks have been put in this paper from grammar and how much from the book. Now, we paper, so that we can make an arrangement within ourselves how much time, how much concentration should we give to which portion of the syllabus. I will count the marks for the grammar portion. You can see 8 in the MCQs. Then this question number 5. 5 plus 5 plus 4. 14. 14 plus 8. 22. Plus 8 letter. 30. Plus 6 paragraph or translation. 36. Plus 6 CV or dialogue. That becomes 42. So you can see 42 out of 100 marks are placed for grammar and remaining 58 out of 100 for the textbook. So that gives you an idea that you will have to give almost equal concentration, equal time to the grammar portion. And that, you will agree with me, unfortunately, that is a weak point of most of our students. So we will try to make such an arrangement that we can give equal time to these two portions. So this is all I have for you today. In the next lecture, we'll start grammar. Thank you very much.